Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Firstly, can I say, do not judge what I look like. This is called packing attire. I will do a shoe count because I generally feel like I've got a lot of shoes. God, I'm taking so much stuff. What am I gonna do? It's like an entire suitcase ready of shoes. I feel like I should be more ruthless. But I don't know if I can. I'm currently packing up some stuff. The room is a hot mess, but also I'm trying to figure out what I want to take and what I don't. I'm onto shoes now. So, obviously, my good old M&S faithfuls, I shall be taking. And I'm thinking you can't go wrong with a thigh high. So I think I'm gonna take these. These are like heeled boots. They're on my maybe pile. I just feel like I'm a bit TBC with these at the moment. Just because I want to think about the amount of shoes that I'm bringing. Then, just love a bit of leopard print. But I also think I'm probably going to keep these in the UK. I don't want to throw them away, but I'm just also not. I don't think I'm going to wear them. There. Sorry, I actually just realised I couldn't continue with my hair like that. Not like this is any better, but anyway. I have these. I love them. They are so high. For a short girlie like me, they make me look very, very tall, like average height tall. However, they are not worth the suitcase space. So as much as I love these babies, I'm gonna have to leave them behind. I'm quite sad about these. I have these, and these are actually more of the shoes that I wear, so I'm going to take these ones instead of those ones. Thank you, Nala, for being in my video. There's nowhere for you to go home. She just wants to make an entrance. I think I'm definitely going to take these. My DMs. For those cold nights and days. I'm not going to take my flat Converse. Reason being is, I've been too lazy to put the laces in. So I'm going to use that as a mode of, I'm still not going to put the laces in, therefore I'm not taking them. I love these. These are City Runners. They're pink. It's actually funny because I bought these in Canada. So a bit of a full circle moment. However, I do have these New Balances, which tend to go with everything else that I wear. They basically are the same thing-ish. So I think if I had to pick, I'd bring these. Also, you'll notice that I actually have plenty of shoes in the same colour in different brands. The only kind of shoes that I wear are black, pink, or cream. So there you go. We have my faithful New Balances, and then I have short Converses. I'm also taking these Pandas too. I've got a lot of shoes that I'm taking. Okay guys, these ones I'm gonna have to leave. Basically they're platformed Air Forces, being the short girly that I am. However, there is a story behind these, why I've never worn them ever again. Let's just say it involved being in Madrid and me ending up on my face. So, I'm going to leave these here in the UK. They're not a bad omen, but I'm going to say they're a bad omen for what happened. This I'm going to add to my take pile. Anyway, so I think I'm going to take these. I shall also probably be taking these pair of sandals. Basically it's really annoyed me because I'm now fighting seasons when I go. I thought I was going to go when it was still winter, but it's not. They seem to have like a quite early winter this time round. So it's basically heading into like their spring, summer. I'm going to be there for summer anyway. So I think this is why I'm having to bring so many shoes. But I think I'm going to take these with me anyway because they're just a nice classic shoe. Also, sorry, never put your hand on the bottom of the shoe, but that's what I'm doing, but I'll wash my hands after. The shoes just keep on coming. Then I also have these. I mean, there's no questions asked. They're going to be so heavy. But in all honesty, I think I'm going to take them in my hand luggage. I think we're going to just take both. I'm going to take these and the black versions as well. I actually am going to take these. I've got these, so I'm going to bring these. I'm going to have to do a shoe count because I feel like I've actually got loads. And I don't know how it's all going to fit. Actually, already I'm bringing like 3 suitcases. 2 are like check-in and 1 is like carry-on. But I generally feel like what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to do a suitcase just for shoes and a suitcase just for jackets, because my jackets are going to be insane as well, because they're also quite big as well. So I'm definitely going to bring these. Okay, and then I've got heels. I actually think I need to bring myself a black heel and a nude heel. June heels, love. So comfortable, the most comfortable heels I've ever worn in my entire life. So those are all of my shoes. I will do a shoe count because I generally feel like I've got a lot of shoes. So my mum has come up with a brilliant idea, because she always does. Mum said when I come back, hopefully for Christmas, I should just bring an empty suitcase, semi-empty, and then bring back some of the stuff that I want. So that's what I'm gonna do. The lighting is slightly terrible here, but it is what it is. I just thought I'd quickly show you. To pack up my stuff in the loft, I actually bought these bags off of Amazon. They're basically like clear PVC sort of bags. Sometimes, because I have quite a lot of clothes, half the time I'm just like, I don't know what's in what box. Whereas now, at least with these, I can see them. So there you go. Anyway, I am still packing. I've got about an hour to still pack up a couple of bits. So that's essentially what I'm going to do. I have already sorted out my gym wear, my jammies, my what else have I sorted out? Shoes. I've done all of my tops. I have done all of my trousers. So now I'm currently going through coats, dresses and things like that. The only thing is that I also still have about, I'm gonna say, like, I'm just starting counting now, I have about 4 bags of laundry that I've been washing over the past couple of days, that I also need to factor in packing as well. So we will see how this goes. So this is the chaotic wardrobe, as I said. I've got random stuff in here. A blazer that's just willy-nilly hanging around. As I said to you, it's a bit chaotic. So I have sorted out my tops, my bottoms in this bit. It's like jumpers and stuff, I've sorted that. Up here are bags that I've also sorted as well. So I'm going to try and tackle up here in the next hour. So don't judge me, being a short girly that I am. I do have to stand on the chair for this, but it is what it is. So I have this jacket from Zara, so I'm definitely going to be taking this. I always think a long line black coat is always needed. I am also definitely going to take this. My long line jacket. This is actually from Tesco's and I absolutely love it. It's like lined on the inside, so I actually think I'm going to take this as well. I've got this jacket in this colour, and then we've also bought it in black, and this is the black version of this as well. It might be one that I end up leaving here and just having to buy a shorter jacket when I'm out now. And then I've got the same jacket as the Tesco's one, but in cream. I think you guys can see a theme here because all you've seen is black and cream. And then I've got a Sherpa one. So this Sherpa one I basically wore in Toronto when I went last time. It kept me really, really warm. It's also a Tesco number, so I'm going to be rocking Tesco's out there. It is a bit of a dupe of the North Face one. However, I also have another dilemma, which is this one actually is the North Face one. So this is a North Face Sherpa jacket. It still has the tags on it because I bought it specifically for Canada. I don't know why, when I could have just bought it out there. But anyway, but this one's also quite thick. I would say it's not as thick as the one that I've just shown you. But again, it's another big one that I'm like, oh, I don't know, because I'm like, should I wear this one to the airport? So now I'm confused. So I'm going to have to see what fits and what doesn't, and we will see. Then we've got a good old bomber. Can't go wrong with a bomber. That's definitely coming. Okay, and then we come into like hoodies and stuff. I feel like I've got a lot of jackets already. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 jackets at the moment. The gym jacket, and then also I have this, again, North Face jacket, which I do also wear. It's funny because I'm like, how many jackets am I going to take now? Because I also have 2 Napajuri jackets as well. Also have a white ski jacket, which I wore last time I was in Canada too, which I'm also inclined to take. But I'm like, do I need the Napajuri one? And do I need the ski jacket? But then I love my Napajuri one. So now I don't know. Anyway, these are probably coming. And then I've got cardigans. And then we've got blazers. And this is where it gets hard because I've got shirts and stuff. And to be honest with you, I do wear them on on holiday and things like that. I don't think I'm going on holiday when I'm in Canada. But they are nice overshirts to wear in summer. So now we come on to dresses and like casual sort of dresses. This is a M&S number. I love a bit of leopard print, so I think I'm basically definitely going to take this one with me. This dress is my old faithful, in all honesty. I absolutely love it, so I think I'm going to take it. The issue is it has a hole in it, and I keep forgetting it's got a hole in it, and I still keep wearing it. That's going to be a calendar problem. It is what it is. It's a 2-piece set. Got this in Spain from one of my favourite shops, so I think I'm just going to bring this one with me because I think it's just nice to have. And then I've got like more of my casual silky dresses. Again, these are all basically from my favourite shop in Spain, so I will be bringing that. And then I have official like going out dresses. I've got this, right? I was going to wear this to Burna Boy and I never did in the end because this is the UK and it's not that hot. I love it, but I've just never worn it. I'm now looking at it and I'm like, I actually don't know in what world I think this is going to fit me. I still love it, but to be truthfully honest with you, I think I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to take it and it doesn't fit and I really can't bother trying anything on before I leave. That pile over there is basically all the stuff that I'm taking. There was stuff on the floor that I'm not going to be taking, or in my maybe pile for Leah to decide. Sorry, I'm just looking out the window because Nala's just staring at me. And then I am gonna pack this all up and put, as I said, put some other stuff in the loft. I need to go through those laundry bags, see what else I can take. And then I think I'm pretty much done in terms of sorting out my clothes and stuff to take. Now I basically need to just start putting them into the actual suitcases and seeing what I can and can't fit, and then maybe making even more sacrifices, who knows. Because looking at this pile, this looks like one suitcase already, and my shoes also look like one suitcase, so I don't really know what to do right now. And I've also got clothes and stuff, as I said, in the loft, which I'd initially packed for Canada because it is stuff like my ski jackets and things like that. So, gotta be a little bit more ruthless, but we're getting there. I feel like every time you guys look at my bedroom, you always see it at a different angle and it looks worse than what it originally did. Also, throughout the week, I've also looked worse. So it is what it is. This is me. This is called my stressed hair, my stressed clothes, even though it is Dave. I'm tired. This feels like it's never ending, but it is what it is. I also just, my hair needs washed, guys. It really does. Anyway, I feel like I'm on the last bits of packing now, so like I'm actually putting all of my stuff together. So I've got to get stuff from like this room, all of that stuff on the door's got to go, and then some stuff I've also got in Leah's room, so I've got to bring all of that, and then I'm going to start chucking them into cases and seeing. At the moment, I am taking 4 cases. I'm taking 3 checked bags and, sorry, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, yeah, 3 checked bags and a carry-on. So we'll just have to see what that's like and go from there. So at the moment here, I've got like socks, all of that type of stuff. And I've actually put them in these packing cubes. I don't know if they will stay in the packing cubes, but we will see. And then I've got gym jams. Don't kill me, I'm literally taking about 7 pairs. The thing is, I love pyjamas. It's the thing that I consistently buy. So probably in hindsight, it's like, why am I going to take so many, knowing full well I'm probably going to buy more when I get there. But it is what it is. And then I've got sports wear here. Which, to be fair, I actually might decrease because I'm just thinking about it and I've actually got quite a lot. And for a girl who's got the gear and no idea, I do want to start gymming more. So maybe I will get some bits out there. But to be honest with you, I think it probably might be a wiser choice to start slimming some of these down. More shoes. Please tell me how I've managed to find more shoes. I've already got 23. I don't think I can fit any more. Anyway, I found my pink gilet, my North Face one. Absolutely love it, so it's definitely coming. Then I also found the Napajuri jacket I was talking about and this very cute blazer that I got from Primark. And now to tell you all about the suitcases, because that was also a dilemma. Basically, I originally bought some suitcases that I loved, which was this one over here. It was like an it one. It was really cute. I bought a 3-piece set. However, they were just really heavy, and I just picked the fact that I absolutely loved them. over anything else. Anyway, I then found these hay ones, which I'm gonna unbox, at QVC. So let's see what they look like. So that's the story of how I ended up with 11 pieces of luggage taking it to Canada. I hope you've enjoyed.